I forgot, you guys, I have one more discussion that I am called to do prior to the reading. So I thought, let me do it before I forget again. Huh. So I'm sorry, I'm back. This one won't be as long, hopefully, okay, because I do want to get to the reading. And the title would not allow me to put what I was trying to say here. This is, collective. This is for people who could possibly be trying to accuse you, okay, of slut shaming or, that kind of energy. And that's not what's going on, okay? That's not what's going on with you, and it's not me, okay? And so I'm going to talk about the difference, okay? Because you can't be someone like me and have lived the life that I've lived and suffered the injustices and the unfairnesses and made decisions, especially in my younger years, Lord have mercy, okay? So you can't be someone like that and have that energy. The reason why the energy gets hardcore when it comes to what comes out in readings pertaining to certain individuals, right? That comes out in the readings like Karmics or narcissists and certain folks and yada yada, okay? It comes out that strongly. First and foremost, let me tell you guys why. It has nothing to do with the slut shaming, if you will, okay? It's everything to do with these individuals tried, okay, in the persona, in their public persona, okay? They tried to take on an appearance to those that they're trying to impress or trap as if they were living some type of a pure and innocent life, okay? So it's like, it's the hypocrisy that's coming out really strong, because chances are these are individuals that try to put that label on you, collective. They try to make you appear to be a slut or a whore or a prostitute or someone that was loose and all of this. And they were projecting their energy onto you while acting as if they don't live in that energy themselves, okay? So when you all hear myself, I can't speak for every reader and I can't speak for every collective. But for those who truly resonate with what I do in these readings, okay, it's coming out strong because these people had the audacity to put their nasty energy on you, okay? When in a season of your life where you are not living nothing like that, okay? They could have tried to, like I said, they could have tried to dig in some of you all's young adult years, and even still, you probably wasn't as slutty, you know what I'm saying, as some of these people. Your energy, your frequency, your motives for doing things were probably nowhere near as heinous as some of these individuals, okay? Yet, they tried to go way back in the way back machine, bitch, 19 to the 19s, bitch. They had to even go to the 19s. It couldn't even be the 2000s, bitch. They had they had to go back to the 19s, and we're in fucking almost 2023, bitch. Okay? To try to get people to look at you in a certain light while failing to reveal their own, toward history as well as their current fucked upness. Because these are individuals that were still living in their hold'em. Okay? But trying to act like, no, I'm sweet, I'm pure, I don't do this, I don't cheat, I don't sleep around, I don't whore around, and yet trying to push this off onto people who actually don't. Do you see what I'm saying? So the ancestors come through, source, ascended masters, that's where it comes out. Like, how dare you? This has nothing to do. Stop trying to use that as, you know what I'm saying, a ticket, like everybody got a pass and, woo. And, they're trying to act like they better than and woo. Because I remember back in 19, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, stop all that. Because this ain't got shit to do with that. This has everything to do with, first and foremost, you tried to ruin someone else's reputation out of your own jealousy. You pushed your own sluttiness onto someone else, Okay? So pretending like you're not walking, talking, living currently as you speak in that energy. So we're calling that out like, look, everybody's got a story. But there's some people that grew the fuck up and healed. What about you? There's some people who left, who progressed as they should. From young adulthood to adulthood, and they healed those facets of themselves. How about you? While you're trying to project that off, your current lifestyle off onto someone who is not currently living that way, off onto somebody who's actually fucking celibate and abstinence, practicing abstinence as a fucking choice. Those come with some penalties. Okay? But it doesn't have anything to do with trying to like, it ain't like that. Okay? You all hear me use stories about, you know, in biblical text and different texts that's relevant, where it's like some people, they take their inner child, their brokenness, their woundedness, and they have sincere hearts. And they take that and they decide to heal and transform in a high vibrational sense. Others decide to use their energy in a more wicked sense. And they decide out of their free will to stay in that, but try to hide it by stamping some kind of a religious cloak and just then keeping the other shit a secret. Okay? And that ain't the business. You heard me? That's not what spirituality is about. It's not about, you know, the personas we project, yet we're not changing. As I was out and about today, when I was in the rain and I was like just twirling and had my head up and I would just stand out for a minute, I was thinking, I was like, just thinking back to shit. I'm like, man, I'm like, so what is it? I wonder what people think. I was just sitting there, like standing rather. Like, what do people think? Like, what is all your religiosity worth if you're not transforming? Like, all you have is that you've managed to routinely go to church on Sunday. You have managed to routinely go to church on Wednesday. You have managed to routinely go to a Bible study. You have managed to routinely go to some type of a retreat. You have managed to routinely go to some type of a Reiki circle. You have managed to routinely go and get a Reiki session. You have managed to routinely, here where I'm going. You have managed to routinely go to the prayer meeting. You have managed to routinely do this, but you're not changed. So what is it worth? And when I say change, I'm talking about inside out, y'all. I'm not talking about just creating a list of, okay, not going to the bar, check. Not going here, check. Not doing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from the inside out. You ain't changed. You still as fucked up. Okay? You're still mean as fuck, but you just put on a nice pretty dress in pink and went to church. But you're still mean as fuck. Okay? Still hateful as fuck. So what has this done for you? You've managed to pay tithes. You've managed to go over to the altar and fall out 5 times, bitch. Okay, now what? Now what? You're still hateful? You're still full of envy and all manner of evil? You're still jealous? You're still plotting on people's lives? Has this changed when you got up from the prayer line? Still trying to figure out ways how to steal from others. So then what is See, I was wondering about that. I started questioning this years ago. Because collective, none of this stuff is about shaming. Y'all might want to see, like, where's she going? Whether it's slut shaming or whatever version, it's never about really shaming. It's the audacity. See, this is what this is about. It's not about the shaming. It's the audacity of individuals to conduct in such manners, okay, in their real life, true to life, acting as if they're not, at the same time simultaneously trying to project their fucked upness onto those who are actually walking legit. That's what this shit is about. whether they hold a title, a label or not, whether they have a specific religious bent or not, it's still equally injustice. This ain't about if you're subscribing to any kind of a belief system. That's why I say people better check themselves, because there's motherfuckers that don't subscribe to a belief system that live better than motherfuckers that do. Now, figure that out. Answer that. Answer that. This is what we are called to challenge, even within ourselves. Because just because we have everybody in food, including an entire church or an entire group of people, it don't mean shit. Just because we have, tricked our way into keeping our secrets hidden away, that don't mean shit either. So in these readings, and when you guys hear it from people like me, it's because they're being called out. This is another reason why they don't like people like me. Because it's like you want to sit up and talk about a whole lot of shit that you are actually covering up and hiding yourself. On top of projecting the shit that you actually are about onto people who don't fuck with that shit. You're projecting your true hidden life onto people who are in alignment with source, and you think it's not going to have a penalty connected to that eventually? Because everybody's wanting to look at a label. Well, they don't, but they do this. Jesus, why don't they wash their hands? Like, humans are fascinating. Rules and regulations, not stunting character. Rules and regulations, not stunting character. Not stunting none of it. As long as it's got that appearance, you wear a nice outfit, bitch. You don't wear the outfit to make you look like a slut, and then we'll believe that you're not a slut. Dress the part, pious, humble looking in front of everybody. We'll believe you. Walk around all lowly like, talk all low and soft, we might believe you. Cause motherfucker could still be a hellion, bitch. Hellion on wheels behind the scene. We all have a journey and a story. Every last one of us made mistakes, had different paths, different seasons of our lives, especially the normal progression of life on earth anyway. The young years is always full of shenanigans for most of us. We'd be like, shenanigans, bitch. Unless, there's an exception. There's some people who didn't get into that because of maybe the dynamics that they were reared into. But most folks, shenanigans, and that's classic. It's classic. Our traumas, our woundings, and our environments and so forth. It's classic. It's normal. We've all made mistakes, gotten involved with the wrong crowd. Haven't we all heard those statements? Involved with the wrong motherfuckers. This is why I tell people, ain't nothing like to mind your company. Because there's always a story about somebody, being connected to a friend or a group, and they got into some shenanigans, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's always that kind of story. Breaking laws and doing shit. And it's like, see, this is why you posted. You know what I'm saying? But the difference for my high vibes tribers here, the difference is this. You grow, you heal authentically and sincerely. Not for a show, not for the spotlight, not because you're trying to get no accolades, not because you're trying to get somebody to get you on the stage to preach some shit, bitch. So you're trying to perpetrate. But legitimately, when it's hard, when it's a challenge, when you're still healing, when nothing makes sense, see, that's the shit. We have stories like this all day long in history. And then some people opt the light energy and other people opt to stay in their shadow and to dabble into that in terms of refusing healing, but want to put on the outfit of those that are healed. And that's where you guys are going to always hear like a roar. Y'all going to always hear that energy come out of a reading, because it's like I said, the audacity to try to cloak in the energies of those who are walking it. The audacity. Thinking because you can just say some shit. It ain't about being able to say some shit, bitch. The audacity. They're being called out. Trying to get divine ones seen in a light that is deserving of them, of what they need to be seen as. Mary Magdalene had a reputation as well. See, this is why I tell people, get over that. This ain't got nothing to do with labels. It ain't got nothing to do with slut shaming and all that. It's about the heart and the frequency and the vibration and what one does with life as they go on, as they realize an energy or a way of living, how that has affected them and how it could potentially affect others, should they stay in a lifestyle like that. And the frequency of why in which one is in that energy. You see what I'm saying? Mary Magdalene versus Jezebel is a vast difference between those two women. Extreme difference. One is malicious to the core. It's about power and control for one. The other one, it was looking for love and survival. One didn't care who they hurt, would kill to do it. The other one didn't seek to do harm, just had a loose life. Totally different kind of women. One was calculating, trying to get in leadership and positions where she can be seen and authority. Doing all manner of evil. Shit. Sacrificing kids and shit. I'm never going to get over that story. It's like, what kind of shit is this? Mind control. Manipulation over Ahab. The shit is still playing out today. People just don't get it. They're too busy looking for the externals. The same shit. One was malicious to the core and one wasn't. One was hateful, insidious, and didn't care about who they hurt to get what they wanted. Control, power, fame, fortune. The other one was looking for love. Two different women. Two different kinds of woundings. One of the women decided to hear the truth, face herself, and choose to deal with her own self-worth value issues. One chose to deal with it in that way and to become the teacher of all teachers of her age and dispensation before it was finished with. The other one decided a despicable life, a dishonorable life of all manner of evil. Lust, lasciviousness, and debauchery. And hide behind the throne of her husband. While she killed innocent lives in secret while she went about bullying motherfuckers, commanding people worship her. That one decided opt to not deal with her inner child woundings and traumas and to end her life in dishonor and forever to be known as the whore of whores that ended tragically, that got kicked off her throne and trampled. And this was her choice, collective. Before anybody feels bad about that. One chose to heal. Her legacy is she's the teacher of all teachers of all time throughout history. The other one decided not to. And her end is a lot different. It's about what we do with what we have had to deal with, what we've had to go through in life, our story. It's not about shaming, but it is about truth and changing and calling things out and justice and fairness, because it is unjust or unjust for those that are actually choosing to heal. For those that are choosing that path, no matter how horrible their history was, for those who actually chose that sincerely, not trying to get clout or recognition, not trying to get some fucking benefits from somewhere or somebody, but those who are actually have chosen that, it is an injustice to have the slutty energy projected onto people who transformed. This is why I say people who are in glass whole houses shouldn't be throwing stones. And listen, I said in. I didn't say was. Did you hear that? People who live in glass whole houses shouldn't be trying to throw stones. Especially as somebody who is not living in a whole house no more. Oh! Especially trying to ruin reputations. See, this is why I say people gotta, old schoolers used to call it, okay, the dirty dozens. Like, look, get out the kitchen if you can't handle the heat. Okay, oh, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Because it means that everything that you think is on a lock and secret may be put on a vigil for the world. So do you really want to do this? Narcissists, go into full throttle where they attempt to discredit those because they know that it's a possibility that, all them skeletons that they did magic for and paid people to keep hidden. It's going to come exploding. Right? This is why, now this is just me personally, my own personal resonance, my particular stance is, okay, I believe in justice and standing up for the self and defense. So when that is called for, yes, I'm going to be like, oops, boop, 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 right? But as a life, I don't believe that it's my job, just as a standard, to go about calling myself, I'm not the hall monitor of the earth. My position is, yes, I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm here to expose, but from a general stance for people to discern properly. But I don't believe I'm here to so-called, let me go whoop-de-whoop, find out, bitch, and whoop. And like just on GP, I'm like, nah, that's not my place. That's not my place. All will be revealed. my whole issue in life is, look, at the end of the day, everybody's got a story. So I'm going to always come back full circle. Justice, period. That's all I got to say. I don't really care about all the other shit, what your label is, what you believe, your religion, bitch. Like, I don't care. I'm always come back to justice. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, fair is fair. I do not believe in being silent while people, hurt innocent lives, people that can't defend themselves. I have a problem. There's a whole nother energy that comes alive. That all day. Because to me, the audacity, the cowardliness of these motherfuckers sickens me. Because to me, I'm like, they're cowards. I feel like Mike Tyson did on his video that that little duet I did with him. Y'all have no idea. I feel like that down to my bones. I'm like, these motherfuckers are cowards. And people are fucking looking up to them and shit. What the fuck? It's cowards. It's cowardly. You know what I'm saying? The shit these people do. Now that, y'all gonna hear me go on a go-off status. Because it's like the innocent lives that get hurt, or, whether I know them personally or not, it's like, yeah, I want all them motherfuckers. I'm talking to my team constantly about that shit. I'm like, I want all of them. I want to do this shit in bulk. Because they ought to be ashamed. Lives that can't defend themselves, lives that are not, the sick, the old folks that are already sick, and then here come these motherfuckers because they want some insurance money, bitch. Here they come. Yeah, I want you. I told my team I want them. Disabled community. I especially want them to get something nice and special. Just for them. Just for them. Oh, you want us to fuck with motherfuckers, special needs, kids, bitch. Got something special for you. Especially them. Because the audacity. And these people go around acting like they're some kind of teachers. I ain't dying until they're brought down. Because every last one of us, you guys hear me say this, every last one of us have a right, and especially these innocent lives, especially them, but every last one of us have a right to be here unbothered with by motherfuckers like that. Time for some of them to go to sleep. We have all made mistakes, but mistakes look a lot different than premeditation, years of planning. We can't call premeditation, years of planning a mistake. Could have been a mistake to be that way, sure. But to try, to be evil, yet try to appear pure, that's the real issue here. It's not about the fact that we may have went down the wrong path at some point in our lives. It's what did we do with it? And then most folks don't want to heal. Because the healing means that you have to do what? What has to happen for any of us? We have to take off the mask. We have to take off the self mask. We have to bear, in a sense, it's that vulnerability. And these individuals would much rather be self-destructive and to continue to attempt to destroy innocent lives, wondering why they keep racking up bad karma, because they are incensed upon trying to ruin innocent lives. Back in the day when old Bloomy Bloom was a part of organized religion, I can remember a pastor, one of his sayings he used to say is actually true. It may not be true the way people thought it was true, but he was actually telling the truth. He used to say this all the time. This actually used to be one of my favorite pastors, believe it or not. But he used to say, especially when he get all when he would get all riled up, he used to say, I mean, he'd be like, I wish I can do. Can I do it too? Do I know how to? I wish I can say it like how he said it or sound it. I wish I could, man. But he used to be like, you think you're getting by? You may be getting by, but you won't get away. He used to say shit like that when he was preaching sometime. And the irony is that this is absolutely true. Because people who have had hidden dishonor towards innocent lives, word cursing people, sending death to people, wishing ill on people, hurting innocent lives, not giving a fuck, stealing from people, trying to set people up, whether this shit is covered up or not, selling out to weird nigga bitch groups and ops. All these people, this applies. They did get by for years. For some of them, their time is up this year. For some of them, collective, you already know. For some of them, they won't see 2023. They are a hindrance. And a waste. Their purpose has been served. Just like Judas's was. You're done. Betrayers. Anything further for some of these people on earth, it's a waste. It'll be a hindrance. So the top dogs have to come in. Because these people are trying to oppose people's ascension. They're trying to oppose people's healing. They're trying to oppose and usher up authority over people's free will. They're trying to play God and to control other people's lives and destinies rather than focusing on their own. It needs to be done in bulk as far as I'm concerned. In the name of justice for every life that was lost. Every light one that was taken out of here because they didn't have the space or the room to heal. At the hands of their karmic family betrayers. So I'm here to be a part of the end game, the Avengers shit, bitch. Yeah. I was like, on behalf of my son and everyone like him, On behalf of my grandmother and every light one in my bloodline that them toxic cunts took out, it's time for them. Let's do this in bulk. On behalf of everybody who sought help and ran to their family and to church only to be betrayed, vengeance. Some would say, well, isn't it? No, it ain't about shaming. These people have made their decision. So since they've made theirs, and so has Source. So has the universe. So has the ancestors. So it's simple as that. They've made their decisions out of their free will, and cause and effect. Cause and effect. They made their decisions to be murderers. Then they're making their decision to die. You live by the sword, you die by it. You live by the spell work, you're going to die by it. They've made their decision to continue to end lives, so the universe has made theirs. It's that simple. They've made their decision to hide inheritances that belong to other people, so the universe has made their decisions. It's like, okay, we're going to give them sheer hell. And they're going to lose it all. We're going to have people steal from them. Some people, they're going to put them locked and clank, 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 clank. Some folks are going to go to jail. It's going to be on the go to jail status. They're like, no, don't cry now. You was having a good old time. Oh, no, come on. We going to find you. You running? We going to put them, oh, you running? You hiding? Okay. We finna to tell them where you at. Because we know where. Oh. We finna tell them where you at? Oh, you trying to do spells on a judicial system? Okay. Oh, so let's have some fun. Now they're smiling. Okay, great. You want us to do some rituals on a judicial system? Cool. Now we finna take this energy, and guess what? See, now you just helped us to make this worse for you. You might have had gotten you some mercy. It may not have been as severe, but now since you still up to it. It's time. People get comfortable in their toxicity, collective. So don't be sad or allow people to try to project some kind of energy onto you when you start to see or get wind or hear this stuff play out. Because I promise you, these people ain't trying to stop shit. They don't care about you. I mean, hello. When you attempt to kill somebody, I assume you don't care. Hello. They don't care. They don't care about you, your children, your health and well-being. In fact, they were trying to fucking erase you. As if you could erase the divine one. Many of us, collective, like I said, there was a lot of injustices over generations. And so you were chosen to finish it. You guys are, some of you are finishers. So for the Abels and the, of the generations, folks that got murdered by their jealous ass brothers and sisters that couldn't make it. You guys are here to finish it. I'm here to finish it. This lifetime. to expose every last one of them. And I will do just that before I die. Every last one of them in my bloodline. And every other bloodline that's involved. This will be done in the name of justice and liberation and freedom for those who want that. The truth must be revealed. The illusion must shatter. So people that were behind malicious shit, it's going to be like a stripping. And there's nothing they can do about it. They can run, like that pastor used to say many years ago. You may be getting by, but you ain't going to get away. Not this time.